Report writing. Hello, my name is Mark Andrews, and I am the Programme Director, or if you like, the Facilitator, of Redcliffe Training's report writing webinar, which lasts roughly 1 day, or if you would prefer, can be delivered in 2 separate sections over 2 individual half days. What do we mean by report writing, and why is report writing important? Well, the further you go up the managerial scale in any organisation, the more important it is that you can communicate, instruct, inform or direct, both verbally and in written form. And report writing refers to the skill and the ability to condense information into a user-friendly, readable and worthwhile report format. Everyone can write reports, but writing a good report requires 2 key attributes. First of all, experience. Second, practice. The more you do it, the more you practice, the better your skill will become. Now, in conceptual terms, one of the challenges with report writings is deciding at the outset, how am I going to achieve the needs of the different types of readers that will actually read my report? And we need to remember that in creating any business, commercial, regulatory or top management report, there will be 3 different types of reader. Top management, board members or senior people don't usually read anything other than the executive summary. So the executive summary must be sufficiently comprehensive that in a short space of time, no more than half a page, it covers all the key points, both plus and minus, together with any key recommendations, and delivers with it the unwritten promise that if all you want to read is the executive summary, you can make a judgment on the contents of this report without reading anything else. The second type of reader is the interested reader who wants a little bit more detail, but doesn't want to grapple with the full contents of the report. For them, they will read the executive summary and often go to a section or a part of the report that interests them in particular. The last and slightly rarer reader is what I would call the guru, and this is the person who loves detail, the type of person that reads everything, including the appendices. What we need to do with any report that we create, for almost any purpose, is to make sure it suits the needs of all 3 types of readers and hits the sweet spot for every one of them. To achieve this, during the webinar, we deconstruct report writing. Although I have to say it's a little bit like riding a bike or learning to swim. It's something you gain by practice, experience, and over time. Nevertheless, we break it down, and many people find that by breaking it down into component parts, it helps to hone skills and to identify areas where we could be even better if we just eliminated certain practices and focused on others. So we take a look at business reporting in the round and what it's designed to achieve. We focus on what the objective is of the report, and particularly what the recipients are expecting. We look at the process itself with lots of tips to overcome writer's block and how to achieve a good report. We then practice and examine the actual writing of the report with the key word, keep it simple, keep it crisp, keep it concise, until your skills have developed to the level where you can start to achieve slightly more, if appropriate, complex terminology. We then look at the executive summary in some detail, because in most reports, this is all people will ever read. Then we consider the use of effecting writing techniques, such as modifiers, hot words, third persons, and in particular, judging sensitivities. There is a particular skill in reporting to top management who usually want everything in as short a space as possible, including a recommendation, but with the right, if they choose to do so, to delve elsewhere to test your conclusions or test your recommendations. We also look at regulatory reports, which are entirely different, because with regulatory reports, you usually have no control over the format, no control over the way in which it is presented. You are now faced with different prerogatives, which is making sure it's delivered on time and accurately. We move on to policy and procedure writing, distinguishing clearly that policies are the high level objectives that top management want you to achieve. Procedures is how you actually empower and instruct the business to carry out those policies. And lastly, we rounded off with a mixture of common pitfalls and methods of improving your report writing skills. Permeated with lots of examples and case studies, which most people who have attended the course say were great fun and they thoroughly enjoyed. And hopefully by the end of the exercise, you will go away with at least half a dozen tips that you will genuinely say, if I put those into action, my report writing skills will be improved. Well, that's the purpose of the report writing course. I hope you found this brief overview interesting. And if you did, please do feel free to ask us for more information by contacting Redcliffe Training on either the phone number below or by dropping us an email. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward, hopefully, to seeing you on one of the webinars sometime soon. Goodbye.